We're here at the famous Silver Lake Golf Course. And take a look at the front nine of this course. The course was built in 1929 by John H. Cleff. All right, we just hit the first golf course, Silver Lake, and it looks like about a 20-minute drive to the next course. And we're gonna try to play all three courses in one day. That's it then. Yeah, done. I'm really focusing on the history of this course because it's so fascinating and it's ever changing. On Staten Island, there's a gem of a course here, and we're going to go through the front nine of Silver Lake Golf Course. Originally founded, I guess, in the 1900s as Silver Lake Golf Commissions near the reservoir. The land was converted in 1928. It's almost 100 years old. We got there once when they opened for the first team time. It's outside New York City, so it's going to get busy. A little bit of a frost delay. We're going to talk about how this course was then converted to a golf course, and then in 1994 there was documentation linking the golf course, especially on the 18th hole, to a burial site of primarily immigrants. Over 1,000 immigrants have been buried on the 18th hole here, most of them Irish immigrants from the potato famine. Of various diseases after landing in the United States are buried again in the 18th hole of this golf course. The golf course itself was completed in 1929. Today you can still find affordable rates. Currently on the weekday it's about $21 for a 9-hole rate early morning, and on the weekend it goes a little bit higher. If you wanted to play a full 18, it's $55 plus probably cart, and that's fair. I think that's affordable. Everything kind of stays true. I'm not sure if the clubhouse is still the original clubhouse, but it does look like the original clubhouse. We got out there super early with a group of golfers that were trying to play early too. It's just outside New York City. You can only play weekend golf, so it's unfortunate that we get paired up. We don't get the best footage that way, but more importantly, we're just trying to bring you the historical aspects of the course and the real footage of that golf course. Pro tips for when you get out there, like check Golf Now. I just looked, it's $17 for certain rates. If you get there, I suspect the starter will let you out there early. We'll also talk about how Silver Lake Golf Course is managing the other two golf courses that we were able to visit. We're not going to give that away because we're only going to focus on this course. If you were to play from those back tees, which I don't think there's much of a difference, it's 6,305 yards. The greens putt true. It feels like an historical course, rolling greens. I enjoyed it. I really did have a good time. You don't need driver out there. As long as you can hit 200 to 250 yards in any direction, something like this, a par 5, you can easily get on into a little downhill and then goes back up. It's a fun golf course. It's also in great condition with bent grass green putting surfaces and fairway surfaces as well. The roughs were, you can still get out of it. You weren't in too much trouble. And the putting surfaces, there's no excuses for bad putts. It wasn't horrible putting surfaces at all. The tee boxes were in good shape. They could have been in better shape, but for the price, I think they were extremely affordable and cheaper than some New Jersey golf courses. When you compare the toll just to get over here of $17, you get a free round of golf, one would say. So you run out here and try to play this course hopefully in the near future, because it might be well worth going out and playing. Price is just extremely affordable. It's a walking course. Do not get a cart. You don't need a cart out here. You can play full 18. You can play 36 out here if you wanted to. You can play quick. We were able to fly through this golf course with 4 separate parties involved, and it was an enjoyable round. And shout out to Will and the team that we played with, Mike and Brian. We remembered all those people's names, which is amazing. So, unfortunately we don't sign out waivers on this, but we do provide educational content, and hopefully the future viewers can say, hey, this is a good course that hopefully I can get out and play in the near future. And this is number 9 that brings you right back to the clubhouse. This probably was the nicest hole. All you gotta do is about 250 yards to that fairway. It drops down. You really have a nice shot at it, but it's uphill, so you're not really sure what you're doing. You got the sun in your eyes. So more importantly, where would we put this at a 1 to 10 on our rating? I think it does belong in the 7, really, because of the cemetery factor. This course really is a cemetery. And it took me a second to realize it was recognized on the first tee box with the Irish flags sitting there by the time clock. It's an impressive feat. Hopefully, when they take over the other two golf courses, this video still ages well and we don't run away with something that is a disaster. Hopefully, historical courses like this become landmarks, and more importantly, if there's, you know, a lot of immigrants that were buried underneath there, it needs to be recognized as much as it can in a positive light, and that's what this video is trying to do. And we don't want to give it a 6 when maybe it does belong to being a 7.